Live from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Kansas City Royals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Michael Wacha. What do you have on him? All right, first pitch coming up. Jackson Chourio up now. On a line out towards center. One away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Christian Yelich.
Boogie had over 100 RBIs last year, and that's just a huge year. You've got to have men on base, but you've also got to be able to come through in the clutch, and that's exactly what he did. See if he can back that up in this season.
This is Bryce Terang.
So impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Ripped to right. And there are 2 outs. And now it's William Contreras.
What?
Contreras.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
He is in the party.
Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
There's a line drive to left field. And that's the 3rd out. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals.
The left fielder, number 1, Isaac Collins.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Batting second.
So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
In the dirt. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game one of this 3-game set.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that.
That's low.
Take
That's
your
the ball.
walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
3-2 now. On the ground, Terang throws to first in time. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Batting third.
And here now the lineup for the Royals. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Collins stands at third with one gone in the inning. Pitch misses
ball,
there,
that's in.
and that's ball 2. And that misses.
Ball.
3-1 now.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up,
That's
runner
low.
in scoring
Ball
position,
4. Take your base.
he's got to find a way to throw. All in a strike.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. On the ground to the left. He's in safely at second as they jump ahead. A run scores. First and second, one out. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Right through there for a strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Ball.
Runners at first and second with one gone.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Golden opportunity right here. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. One out, bases full. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Flips it behind his back. One at second. Jonathan India at the plate.
The designated hitter, Jonathan India.
And that's just foul. First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Next offering is fouled back. Two on, two outs. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
The 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. Back here in Kansas City, top of the second, Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers. Yelich matched a homer in his last game. The 1-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Way inside. Swing and a high fly ball to left. One up, one down.
That is it. The first baseman,
Andrew Vaughn now.
Vaughn.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike two.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. That's in there. That's strike 1. Fastball for a strike.
I'm a little surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They've taken a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. Left field, Collins on the move towards the line. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And that is that. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Royals 2. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, bottom of the second, Michael Massey steps in for the Royals.
Massey.
This one in the air center field. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, Cameron.
Next to hit, Cameron Meisner. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does.
That's a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Royals.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Isaac Collins now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Here.
The 1-1 is fouled off. ground ball right side. It squirts through. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Coming home. One run is in. That gets by him. The relay
gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
The 0-1. Line, and that's a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0. So man aboard. Salvador Perez will hit next.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That one to first. Terang. And it gets by him. He can't make it back to the bag in time. And that leaves them with runners at first and second. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game. And looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Traffic on the bases with 3 already across bottom half of inning number 2. He boots it. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Pulls that one foul. Sliced hard but foul. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Ground ball left side, there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We played 2 full. It's the Royals 5 and the Brewers nothing. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
That's a foul.
Got a little anxious on that changeup right there. It tells you he's ready to hit a fastball. If he can let that thing get deeper as he recognizes it out of the hand, tell you what, he could be circling the bases.
Nice grab.
The third baseman, number 6, David Hamilton.
David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Luis Rengifo, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
And now
Outside
1 and
ball.
2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to third. Garcia tosses to first, and Milwaukee is set down in order. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. Back here in Kansas City as we go to the last of the third. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals. That one ripped but foul.
Well, these Royals doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
The 0-2. Fly ball down the line, and that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Stays alive.
On top of that, they haven't left many runners on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The 0-2. In the air, left field. That was foul, and he'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2. Down, base is empty. Stepping in, Cameron Meisner. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Royals go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Start of the 4th. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. Liner, snap. At first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. William Contreras up now for the Brewers. 0 for 1 so far. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Man at second. Hard liner. Takes it in for the out.
Up next in Milwaukee.
Here comes Christian Yelich. Fly to left his first time. He's trying for third. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Milwaukee leads 1. It's 5-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, ready to go, bottom 4. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Well, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Yeehaw! That one pushed foul. Collins gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Vinny Pasquantino, the next to hit. Wood! Fastball for a strike. 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Got him looking for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. Pasquantino wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge.
Really?
And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Ball. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Bring on the punt. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
How much is his butt cheek?
High fly ball, right field. And that ends the inning.
I thought she was asking how much the
So
butt
they can't
cheek.
do anything with the leadoff single there. We played 4. It's the Royals 5 and the Brewers nothing. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here in Kansas City, we go to the top of the 5th. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers.
What the fuck?
Well, these Brewers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution. So until they prove they can at least fight.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 37, DL Hall.
Back here at Kauffman Stadium, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, David Hamilton. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And that one is lifted in the air. Isbell flying after this one. Can't get the glove to this one. It falls in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 7-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Jackson Chourio digs in now. This one in the air, center field. He makes the grab. Grounder tags at second. The relay throw. Safe at second, and he gets back in. That's ripped into the outfield. And makes the grab. Grounder tags at second. Now here is William Contreras. Line drive to short and caught. 1 run. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, bottom of the Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Royals, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one, 6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
He goes down looking. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
And next up for the Royals, Salvador Perez. That one hammered, but pulled foul. swing and a fly ball well struck left field. That is the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been all swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. And Yelly leaves the yard, and they cut into the deficit. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
That's a base hit. Next for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's the 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. It's their second home run of the inning, and they cut into the lead. It's 7-4.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line, but good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. 1 for 2. Try to bunt his way on. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
This is a big part of his skill.
For the Royals, number 46, John Schreiber.
Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out.
Hold on. He's coming home. Now that's smacked to right center. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Big spot, and here comes Jackson Chourio. Laser to the gap, should score the run. That's back, and it bangs off the wall. Runner from third in to score, and they cut the lead to 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Line and a base hit into right. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. Their third home run of the inning. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 8-7. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated.
He got his front foot down. He was strong on his.
For the Royals, number 60, Lucas Erceg.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me.
Yelich goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, he's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Going, gone! Make that 4 homers in the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 10-7.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Now,
ball 4, take your base.
Here comes the manager out of the
For the Royals,
a new arm into the game, the righty, Nick Mears.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the
Line drive, base hit. Fires it to the plate, but it's offline, and they lead by 4. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. That one ripped, and that'll do it. But it's a huge inning for them as they score 10 times. Midway in inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming.
now pitching for Milwaukee, number 61, Angel Cerca.
Big at back. Coming up with Christian Yelich stepping in. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Last half of the 8th coming up. Back here in Kansas City, leading off, Michael Massey.
Now pitching for the
Trevor
Brewers,
McGill on the pitch
29,
here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Fastball for a strike. The other way, base hit, and a good start to the inning.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Strike 2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge, and the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Here's a 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, I've always said it's tough. An elevated fastball you see so well, hard to lay off of. Well, when you're talking about 100 miles per hour, chances of catching up are next to none. So you see that one just blown right by him. I think you're going to have to start a lot earlier if you're going to catch up to that speed.
Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
In the air to left center. Chourio on the move to the alley. 2 away.
the batter, number 7, shortstop.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr.
Jr.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. And there's the strike. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out. So 1 left for Kansas City. The deficit holds at 11-7.
For the Royals,
That's ball 4. Ball 4, take the base.
So bases all loaded up. Luis Rengifo getting ready to hit. On a line. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. Frelick comes in to score.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Base hit and a run in to score. Here comes the skipper. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. Double steal. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. Double steal. Hard liner. Should be extra bases. One run across. Another comes in to score, and they now lead by 9. A 2-run double.
Up next for Milwaukee, the catcher, William Contreras.
He's trying for third. That's a base hit. The run comes in to score from second. It's an RBI single, and it's a double.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 45.
4-4, extra base.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 58.
Well, this was flat out an incredible comeback. I'm almost speechless. This team showed patience. They grinded out the at-bats and had quality at-bats. Did exactly what they needed to climb back in a ball game with this kind of deficit. Excellent job to get the W today.
High-scoring ball game in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
The northern lights today. It's been a long time coming, and I thought I wouldn't know what to say. A fleeting moment